You can make $5,000 per month online if you've got these three things. One is a laptop or even maybe a phone, so a computer. Two is an internet connection. And three is a couple of little AI and AI tools. We're talking $50 a month maximum, okay, ish. Less than $100 a month for sure, right? So that, and just a little bit of time to learn and apply yourself, right? So what am I talking about? It's starting a business using AI, but not starting a business that's like a single prompt business, like selling prompt packs or selling SEO articles or something like that. It's too easy now. It's too easy to clone. It's too easy for anybody to do. Super saturated. Costs or prices have been just like next to nothing. There's no moat around your business. There's no reason for people to keep coming back. You're just basically monetizing stupidity, really. And that can't last forever. So I talk to you from a balcony in Dubai. Look at the traffic down there. It's disgusting. Dubai traffic's so bad. Having made over $23 million online. I do typically do 2 to 3 hours per month of work on my main businesses. And I run this channel as kind of like a side hustle, side project, hobby business. So anyway, how do you use a laptop, an internet connection, and AI to make you 5K a month? That's what this video is about, right? So you need to, first of all, get out of the mindset of this is going to be as easy as typing in a single prompt. I know this like subject that started of this video sounded a little bit like get rich quick, but no business worth building is get rich quick. There's no such thing, unfortunately. There's always some degenerate freak that bought some weird meme coin and then it pumped 200 times and they ended up making a bunch of money and stuff. But that's not going to be you. You're not going to win the lottery. You're not going to buy some meme coin that's going to get you rich. You're not going to create a single prompt that's going to go out and do crazy things for you. So the sooner you get out of the mindset of this is going to be quick, easy, and cheap, then the better. Like, you either want to build a real business that's going to stand the test of time. I'm not talking 20 years. I actually see gurus in the space talking about like, oh, you need to push out your time horizons for success. No, I'm not saying that, because actually I think the world in 20 years' time is unpredictable. There's not a single soul on this planet that can even get close to predicting what 20 years out looks like because of AI and robotics. All bets are off. Nobody has a clue. I can tell you right now, everything that you predict right now is not going to be the case. 20 years from now, who only knows? And get rich quick, click 3 buttons, and some AI agent's going to make you loads of money and deposit in your bank account. That's fantasy also. But there is a middle ground. There is a short-ish term where you can build a real business. I'm talking maybe 3 months to build it, maybe 6 months to monetize, 6 to 12 months before you start getting actual regular proper income coming in. And you can use just a laptop or phone, an internet connection, and AI to do that. So we're talking, push your time frame out from click 3 buttons, get rich, buy a meme token and get rich, rob a bank and get rich. Get rid of those mindset things, because that doesn't happen for most people. And I'm not talking about like it happens for the lucky 1%. It doesn't happen for the lucky 0.0001%. So placing all your eggs in that hopium basket and hoping you're going to get rich by doing nothing is not a good bet, because for every one weirdo degenerate that's got a story that is like that, like they just did this little thing and it blew up and they made a load of money, for every one person like that, there's a graveyard of tens of thousands of people that have slogged the guts up and never managed to make anything work. So ignore the gurus that say you need to think about 50 years from now, 30 years from now. Ridiculous. You need to build something relatively quickly and then you need to flip it, right? I would say, I don't want to predict an exact time frame because I can't, But you need to be thinking in terms, in my mind, of 2 to 5 years, right? You could think 10 years, but honestly, 10 years from now, it isn't the same as now. For one, there's going to be a ton of robots wandering around, right? And there's going to be a ton of AI doing a lot of things that you thought you could do and you would forever be able to do, and you won't be able to do it anymore. So the market, the workplace is going to get disrupted, business is going to get disrupted, AI and robotics are here to stay, and this is the simplest and worst they'll ever be. Time horizon of 10, 20 years out, who only knows? All bets are off. Which is why, and click 3 buttons and tomorrow you're rich, that's ridiculous. That's never really been a thing. It's a fantasy, right? And for everyone that's trying to sell you on that dream, they're trying to sell you on that dream. It's nonsense, right? Now it's true, business opportunity seekers, get rich types, their ideal product is do nothing, get rich, or as close to that. So if they can press 1 button and they get rich, that's the ideal thing to them. So if they have to press 3 buttons, 3 times as much effort and get rich, they will take that rather, but they will all choose the 1 button if they could. They feel like 3 buttons was too much. 1 button is better because it's only 1 button, even though it's just pressing 3 buttons. But that is fantasy, it's ridiculous. That's not a now thing, it's not really been a thing in the past. For all but the weird odd occasion, that is not a thing. It's not going to be a thing for you. Don't put your future in the hands of hope, right? There's nothing wrong with having belief you can make it, you know, and having goals and having dreams and striving towards those dreams. But if you think it's going to be 3 buttons and AI is going to deposit $1 million in your bank account, it's not going to happen. So what's this middle ground? The middle ground is build a real business that solves real problems for real people, and be in the camp that disrupts and not the disrupted camp. So when I say this, and I might sound like a nut job because I've been saying this for maybe 10 years online, and people laughed at me 5 years ago. Now people are going, yeah, of course, Matt, of course you're right. But essentially, jobs, businesses are going to get disrupted by AI and robotics. You can either be flying, flowing, swimming with the current, or you can be swimming against the current. Against the current is assuming everything is going to stay the same. It's not going to. Bury your head in the sand of work or business, well, you're soon going to realize it wasn't a good place to be, because everything is going to change. But I think you do have a window right now. In fact, I know you've got a window right now to disrupt the disruptables, right? And that is people that's previously disrupted everyone else. So the business model I talk about on here, because it makes most sense to me, because it's brand new, it's relatively easy, it's in a safe industry, and it's a huge opportunity. So it's got all the hallmarks of something that is just sexy, right? As far as business goes, that's sexy. It can be single person, it can be faceless, it can be passive. You can scale it to the moon, starting with very little cash. It's sticky, recurring income, blah, blah, blah. The list goes on. But SaaS businesses, so software as a service, simple subscription-based software, has disrupted so many businesses over the last 20, 25 years. Disrupted everybody. Loads of high street businesses, offline businesses, disrupted by software as a service, right? Now you, with AI, get to disrupt the disruptors. So you get to disrupt the SaaS businesses. Now, ultimately, and this is the truth, AI and robotics is going to disrupt you, no matter what you do. Which is why I think thinking in time frames of 20 years is a dinosaur's game now. Like, that was great advice 20 years ago. Great advice. If you could think in terms of 10, 20 years in your business ideas and stuff, amazing advice. Chances of you winning, if you stuck the course, were huge. And now, 20 years from now, anything that you can think of has been disrupted. But 1, 2, 3 to 5-ish years from now, you could potentially build a software as a service business using AI just from your phone and an internet connection, or from a laptop and your internet connection. You could build a business that cash flows you 5, 10, 20K a month, maybe even 50K a month, maybe even 100K a month. Some of you watching this and I'll never get to hear your story, and I hope you come back and tell me your story if you do watch this now and think, nah, I could never do that, and you end up doing it. Some people watching this are going to do $1 million a month. I've got a client right now, a mentee, he's sitting on a $100 million idea. If he sticks with it, implements it, overcomes the hurdles, he's sitting on a $100 million idea, right? So I don't think you should aim for $100 million. I don't think you should aim for $1 billion. Like, I don't think you have the time. I don't think you have the. I just think it's going to happen for some people, but it's probably not going to happen for you. How many billionaires are there in the world? Like 2,500? Maybe I just made that number up, but it's something like maybe 2,357. Just making up a random number. Well, you're going to be a billionaire, are you? I mean, somebody has to be, and if you're willing to, execute on something and push through with it, amazing. Props to you. But I don't think you should be thinking in terms of that. I don't think that you have the time. Unless you really hit it out of the park with something, I don't think you have the time. You're not likely to become a billionaire. That's just the truth. Just statistically speaking, with what is it? How many billion people in the world? I don't know what it is. 6 billion people? I've just made that number up as well. Whatever it is, whatever the population of the world is, right? 8 billion. Have I just made that up too? Who knows? What, you're going to be join one of the 2,500 billionaires or whatever? Like, it's not impossible. Somebody may be watching this, one of you might, but it's probably not going to be you. But could you build a solid cash flow business in the next 2 to 5 years using AI and then flip it and sell it for 10 times annual recurring revenue, or 6 times, or 2.8 times? You build it up to 100 grand a year and you exit in 2 years' time for 300 grand or 500 grand. Or you build it up to 20K a month and in 3 years you exit for $750,000, 1.5 million, 2 million. Why not? Why not? Why not? Investors will buy recurring passive cash flow. They love it. It's like lines of coke to them. It's like smack to an investor. What? So this business that I don't have to do much with, and it runs itself essentially, makes me 100 grand a month, and it's increasing on its own, and it just runs itself. They're like, oh my God, that's like the holy grail. Some people are buying fish and chip shops in the UK from my American audience. I don't know what you call them, fries, fat fries, chubby fries. Maybe you call them chubby fries. I'm working with a lot of Americans lately, so I'm finding myself saying a lot of British things. So I need to kind of Americanize my language. I already set my spell checker on my computer to put Z's instead of S's, like monetize with a Z instead of an S. So most of my spelling's been American for a long time, which probably annoys my British brothers and sisters, because like colour, we spell it like with a French flair with a U in it, C-O-L-O-U-R. But you Americans spell it how it makes sense, C-O-L-O-R, right? I know that might be controversial, but it's true. What was I saying? I don't know what I was saying. Anyway, random tangent, my apologies. So you can build a business, but you should have a 2 to 5 year time frame, not a 2 to 3 week time frame, not a 2 to 3 month time frame, although you can probably break the back of an idea in 2 to 3 months these days. AI has reduced the build cycle from 3 years to 3 months, but you're still going to spend 3 months, not 3 clicks, right? So get out of the 3 clicks. That's fantasy. But if you can go, right, look, I'm going to dedicate the next 2 years of my life to this, right? If you've got that level of tenacity and you're willing to see it through, 2 years, not 20 years. I won't insert bloody stupid gurus that you see all over TikTok here, and guru names. Not 20 years, because unfortunately, you guys are stuck in time if you think you've got 20 years to build a business. You don't. The world changes within 20 years, right? It just does. But if you've got 2, 3, 5 years to build a business, probably. I would like to say almost certainly, although you're going to see massive change and disruption over that time. But it's time for you to be the disrupted. AI and robotics are going to disrupt your income in the future. What time frame, whether that's 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, I've no idea, right? But AI and robotics are going to take your job and they're going to take your business. They just are. and society is going to probably be ushered into some kind of pseudo neo-communism through necessity. And I hate to say that because I'm a capitalist. I like entrepreneurship. I like that the most productive members of society get rewarded appropriately for it. And anybody can come off the streets like I did. I wasn't homeless, but a council estate kid with nothing, zero in the bank account, zero contacts, zero guidance, zero mentors, and make millions of dollars. I love that. And with the internet and AI, it's never been easier, right? But still, most people won't do it because they're either looking for 3 clicks, get rich quick, or they're thinking, oh, I'll mess around for a few years and maybe I'll build up my skill set and then I'll raise some venture capital money and then I'll just get a little bit of experience in this business and then maybe 5 years from now I'll start a business, I'll quit the job and start a business. No, you're not. No, you're not. You've no idea what the world looks like in 10 years. In 20 years, it is not like what you think it is. Trust me. So what do? What I say you do is I think you should click one of those links down below. I've got some free tools. One of them builds software as a service using AI in 12 minutes. It's a free tool, 100% free. It's the prototype one or PRD generator. I can't remember what it's called, but there's a link down there. It's 100% free. In 12 minutes from now, you can have some working software on your computer and you're going to have an aha moment. You're going to go, oh, shit. Matt said I could build a software business, but I thought I wasn't technical enough. Like I didn't this, I wasn't that. And actually, in 12 minutes, I built some software. So what is the hop, skip, and a jump to go from building some software, which you can build a prototype in 12 minutes, and you can build a fully working, done and dusted from start to finish in 1 to 3 months, using AI, secure, fully featured, fully tested, Stripe there, sales process there, email sequence there, everything fixed up, ready to rock and roll in 1 to 3 months, right? Using AI. I've lost my train of thought. What was I saying? I don't know what I was saying. What was I saying? If I had any kind of shame, what's that thing? If I wasn't shameless, I would edit this and pretend that I didn't lose my I didn't. I don't know what that was. Side note, I'm thinking about buying a G-Wagon. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Should I get a G-Wagon? I've got a Mercedes GLE and it's just doing my head in. It's like a 100 grand car, but like, it's doing my head in. And it's not even the Mercedes doing my head in. And because I'm in Dubai, I'm not going to share openly what's doing my head in, but I don't feel like from a car with a 5-year warranty, I'm being treated like it's got a 5-year warranty is what I'll say. So anyway, I think about getting a G-Wagon, which is from the same manufacturer, which I might end up regretting, but what do you think? Let me know in the comments. Because I've got to have an SUV, because family and that. I don't like SUVs, but I've got to have one really. Need a big car. What was I saying? So yeah, all right, I'll just carry on rambling. You've got a 3 to 5 year time frame to get rich or to make a chunk of money. If you end up exiting and you've made $1 million, amazing. Then you end with $1 million. And then time frame, I can never judge. Maybe you've got another 5 years after that. Great, you've got $1 million in the bank. What are you going to do with it? Invest it? Build something else? I don't know, but you've got $1 million. You've locked that down, right? You've got a sprint now. And with AI and AI agents, it's never been more possible to sprint to the finish line as it is right now. And you need to sprint because AI and robotics are coming for your job, they're coming for your business. 20 years from now, your job doesn't exist. 20 years from now, your business doesn't exist. So what do? You have a 3 to 5 year time frame. And you go, right, I am gonna go all in on this thing, right? Choose it. I don't care if it's not AI SaaS. I don't own the business model of AI SaaS. I just know that right now, in 2025, a new business model has emerged and barely anybody knows about it. Even fewer are actually doing it. And those that are doing it, they're building apps They're not building businesses. And there's a big difference between building an app and a business. That's what I was saying. You can get an aha moment by building your own app, by clicking the link down below. Building a business in 2025 is still not easy. Building a business has never been easy, right? Some people get lucky and it's easier for some than others. But chances are you won't get lucky. You'll have to grind, unfortunately, unless you have some inherent assets that lend themselves well to business. Like, for example, if you've got an audience already on social media and it's a tight-knit group that are interested in a specific thing, and then you build some software as a service to them, for them and launch it to them, yeah, you're off to the races. You're going to make a fortune very quickly. But for most people watching this, you don't have any inherent assets that you can leverage. You're going to have to build brick by brick, like you're building a house. You lay the foundations first, and then you start laying bricks, right? You don't get to just click 3 buttons, and there's my house, it's all built. Businesses are no less complicated than building houses, right? Probably a lot more complicated than building houses, which is why not many people succeed in business. Business is difficult, right? Especially succeeding in a business over the long term. I've been in business 25 years, reinvented myself a bunch of times along the way, and I can tell you right now, business is not easy. Having said that, I can't imagine doing anything else. I don't like a post-apocalyptic, post-AI robotic world where my value is decided by something other than my ability to make money. Like, I like the fact that, like, society keeps a scorecard almost, and I can go build a business and make 100K over the next 12 months from scratch, zero. I find going from 0 to 100K really easy, right? Like, I can do that. Like, it's really easy because when you stretch yourself, it's like if I tried to pick up a big barbell with loads of weights on it for the first time, never standing in the gym, I'm not going to be able to. I'm going to struggle even to do reps with the bar, right? And never mind putting 5, 10, 15, 20 kilograms on either side. I'm going to be like, ugh. But if I've been in the gym for 3 to 5 years, like, I'm probably going to be pushing a lot more weight and find it a lot more easy than somebody that's just starting. And business is no different. Once you've done difficult things like open nightclubs without knowing anything about the industry and made a success of it, or you've started software companies without knowing anything about software and you've made a success of it, or insert the other things here, right? It stretches your ability to do stuff, right? And then all of a sudden you can, stuff that seems hard to normal civilians seems really easy to you. So going from 0 to 100K for me, it's easy, like easy. Very easy. Like, I sometimes get asked why I would do the coaching business. Like, one, it's great money. I've made 160K pounds. So what's that? $200,000 since I started, which is a few months. And it's not like I've been like slogging at it. It's not like I've been like working 18-hour days. It's been still a lifestyle business. I've been dipping in, dipping out, having a couple of calls here and there where it suits me, where it makes sense, so I can maintain my lifestyle, watch my son grow up, still enjoy Dubai and all that stuff, go to the beach and all that stuff. So I'm not like slave chained away, dark when I wake up, dark when I go to bed. No, I'm chilling out around pools. I'm chilling out in the sea and stuff. And I made 160 grand pounds. I don't say that to brag. I say that just as an example. Like, I've not leveraged an audience to make that money. Like, I had a 24,000, I think it is, subscriber YouTube channel. I don't use it. This is a 2,500 subscriber YouTube channel. And I made 160 grand. And I don't pay any tax on that because I'm in Dubai, which is amazing. So logic dictates maybe another 6 months from now, I've made another 160 grand, if not more. So then I've made 320 grand in this thing that people say, why I'm bothering, you know? I find it really easy to go from 0 to 100K, and with the right guidance, you will find it easy to go from 0 to 100K. When I say easy, you're not going to click 3 buttons. You're not going to download some AI bot that's going to go get me 10,000 customers by tomorrow. Like, Hadouken. You're not going to do that. That's a fantasy. You're going to build it brick by brick with the foundations first, then a layer of bricks, and you're going to keep doing it until you've got a house. You don't get to click a button and the house is built. But if you had infinite money, if you were Elon Musk and you had infinite money, right? Not infinite money, but if you had infinite money, how fast do you think Elon Musk could build a house, right? If he proper poured his thoughts, powers into it and systemized it and got a perfect team on, he could probably build a house in, I don't know, 24 hours or something, because he's crazy. But like, even that would be difficult, because there's going to be things like plaster that needs to dry, and then maybe you're going to go over it, and maybe it needs more than 24 hours to dry. Even with unlimited resources, there's no 3 clicks to building a house. You don't get to go, right, I'm ordering a house, there's the house. It's not a thing. Maybe one day, but it's not right now. Maybe with an army of robots, maybe it happens. But it's not a thing, right? So stop thinking business is going to be. You're not going to build some app and then you're going to like set some AI agent off running and there you go, got loads of customers. Not going to happen. Brick by brick, you got to be willing to take that journey one step at a time, right? But if you take that journey, it means that with a laptop, an internet connection, and AI, normal people, everyday people without any clue of how to use AI, no coding experience, no business experience, can build a 5, 10, 20K plus a month business serving real people that have real problems in a real business that actually sits in a micro niche that not everybody's even looking at. So they're not going to swarm it, right? As things get easier and anybody and everybody can do this stuff. I mean, that might be 2, 3, 5 years out, because Gladys is probably never going to be able to do it, however easy it gets. And I'm not, if your name's Gladys, my apologies, but Gladys just seems like a beautiful old lady's name. You know, she's probably not going to be able to figure it out. But old John, the 21-year-old, always loved tech guy, he's going to figure it out at some point. But building apps is easy, building businesses is hard. If you go into it with the mindset of, I will do whatever it takes, I will not quit, I will see this through, and I know I'm going to hit bumps, bruises, I'm going to get beat up along the way, I'm going to have a roller coaster of emotions, I'm going to want to quit 20 times, maybe before I get my first sale. That is the game. That is the game. And if you're not willing to play that game, don't start it, because you'll just disappoint yourself. So if you want to start a business using AI, your phone, or an internet connection and a laptop, then there is some stuff down below. You can go click those links. It'll introduce you to it. If you're interested in working with me, I actually have a coaching program, mentorship program, that walks you through using AI to make money step by step. You can click that link down there as well. There's a little video in there that explains a little bit more, but you can book a call to chat to me. I'm closing the program down to new people on the 1st of December. I'm still going to work with everyone that I've got already in the doors. But new people I'll be opening the doors at some point next year. And there's probably going to be a wait list put in from the 1st of December. So it'll be 1 in, 1 out. I only typically work with 3 people a month. I've had 3 people this month, I had 3 people last month. So essentially, I'm full. But because I have got this deadline in the 1st of December. If you want to get on it, then book a call and we'll talk to you about how to use AI to build a business. Thanks for watching. It's already a half-hour video. Another rant on my balcony. I'll see you next time. Go build a business. You're running out of time, you nutter.